Oh man.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
You're like, fuck it, man. I'm trying to put this 30 on somebody. Watch that heavy metal. Oh, I think I found someone to make it better. Oh, for somebody else. Oh, what game? Alright, hold on. So it sounds like he arguing, game. Hold on. It's a this bitch gonna let me kill some fucking body. Oh man.
This man just...
What the fuck? Gang, this nigga just drove through a parade, bro. And ain't nobody said nothing. They all just stopped. It wasn't no honking the horn. It wasn't no nothing, gang. Ain't nobody say nothing. Like, no whistle, no nothing, gang. This nigga in the Jeep could have honked that horn, bro. For shit, son. That nigga in that truck could have honked his horn. And like, why didn't nobody start yelling so motherfuckers get aware?
This man just as murder and mercilessly over innocent people in a single
he at least killed 3. I ain't gonna lie, bro. At least 3 of them, bro. I'm saying though, wait, it's a parade and it ain't no cops around.
The race was on to catch the mass killer.
It's 2025, gang.
But he managed to flee on foot into a neighborhood. Little did he know, his every movement was being recorded, and what would follow is the largest manhunt.
Oh man, it's 2021, but still, it don't matter.
Put your hands where I can see them. Put your hands.
Man, I would've popped his ass on, bro. Man.
Darrell Brooks had been on the wrong side of the law since he was just 17 years old.
His ass looked like a weirdo.
And disturbed individual, racking up charges of domestic abuse,
Milwaukee.
and was even registered as a sex offender. But all of this
He's a I knew he was a fucking weirdo, gang.
Return of the Waukesha Christmas parade following the pandemic, Darrell Brooks decided to ruin the lives of countless people as he took his anger out on the Christmas parade in a blind moment of rage. From the hour of 4.
So I mean, it's fucking patrol, but like, ain't no real cops. Like, y'all ain't got this shit blocked off.
He and his girlfriend weren't on the best of terms and would occasionally explode into fiery rows such as this one. Often it'd be about their troubled relationship.
Yeah, I ain't even finna keep. I paused like 10 times already, gang. I ain't even finna pause no more for real, gang. So. Man, let's watch this weird ass nigga, bro. Bro, gang. Finna eat my chips, nigga. Y'all better not say shit about me, monkey, nigga.
30 minutes after the argument, Darrell exited his house and sped across the familiar roads towards the center of Waukesha. And at 4:39, he reached the main street before plowing through the barricades to the Christmas parade at 40 miles per hour.
Oh, man.
Through the barricade.
You mean to tell me these niggas trying to chase him down? It's a cop car right here.
It's to the Christmas parade at 40 miles per hour. 5 seconds in, he claimed his first 4 victims, several members of the dance performance group, as he continued.
He killed all 4 of them, bro. Yeah, he definitely killed more than what I said. He is bad.
Claimed his first 4 victims, several members of the Dancing Grannies performance group. As he continued, he pressed on the accelerator, swerving to hit as many people as possible. An 8-year-old a few seconds later. This is when police and bystanders began to react, trying to clear the roads, warn others of the attack, and attempt to stop Darrell from driving. Thankfully, this worked.
I would have shot his ass.
And only one more person.
10
seconds later. After a total of 30 seconds of the murder spree, Daryl sped out of the parade route, leaving 62 people injured behind him. Once he was out of the other side of the parade, Daryl fled roughly half a mile from the parade before abandoning his SUV near a house on Elizabeth Street about 6 minutes later. From there, he fled on foot. He even tried knocking on someone's door and claiming he was homeless, asking them to call an Uber for him. He was given a jacket and a sandwich before fleeing when he noticed police searching the area. Not long after, he was captured by a security camera, which helped the cops approximate his route and track him down. It's hard to see.
And this motherfucker gave him a jacket and a sandwich. Nigga, in the time when you making that sandwich, he could have had somebody. It could have already been a plan to rob you. Like, hell no.
If you look closely at the top of this road, you can spot
Then you see the police searching the area. He been steady looking at shit.
Daryl trying to inconspicuously navigate his way around Waukesha to escape the police. But given the scale of this event, the cops were dedicating all their resources to finding him.
That's what I'm saying. This ain't no normal ass. Nah, nigga, you just ran over a parade of people like.
Set up a perimeter around where his SUV was found abandoned. Nobody was allowed in or out, meaning that if Daryl was here, they'd find him soon. Eventually, a resident spotted him hiding out in the woods, and the cops were able to narrow their search efforts considerably. After 6 hours into the manhunt, the cops located him at a house in a residential area and moved in to apprehend him. This is the body cam footage of that intense arrest.
Outside, not even in front of his house, gang.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Hey,
Come on, what did I do?
you got something? What's your name on it, man? No. Okay, lad. Okay. I just use somebody's mic off a little bit, that's all. Oh, okay. If everything turns out to be on the up and up, life will be good, and you'll be on your way, all right?
Go ahead and take a seat for me,
With Daryl in custody, the officers were able to begin questioning him, but quickly they were forced to stop due to the fact the FBI wanted to take over this case. I've asked a former detective to analyze this interview, and he was able to give a deep dive into every influential moment. Prior to the investigation, the detectives involved already knew just about everything. They knew he was driving, that he didn't own the car, and that he had found the car key inside his pocket. What makes this interrogation so interesting, though, is that Daryl doesn't even know what he's being brought in for. Police never told him he was suspected of the parade killings. From the cops'
Man, I heard everything. His ass retarded, bro. I ain't gonna feel do something, man. Hold on. You got 5 seconds. 5 seconds, gang. I just went on the whole store running some more shit. Y'all ain't even see it, bro. I'm a real nigga, bro.
5-hour-long interrogation wasn't really to figure out if he did it, more so to see how Brooks would react. They wanted to see how much he'd lie, and if he'd felt any remorse for what he'd done.
Oh, face that way. Face that way.
The shoulders.
There you go. Alright. All yours.
Give me some fresh ass bananas, gang. Look at these fresh ass bananas. I'm only eating one. I like my shit when they yellow. I don't like these green ones. These have to be too sour, gang. I can't even peel this bitch. These are the only ones they fucking had. Wait, it was like 3 days. Okay. Yeah, bitch outside or something.
I'm probably gonna go back. I was on that sheet metal place, so I'm probably gonna go back there. And you stay in your mind. You talking about your mom? Is it her address you stay at now? She owns the house. She owns the house. She doesn't stay there anymore, but she owns the house. Okay. She
Can't even fucking peel it, dude.
Put your mom as emergency.
The detectives have already found the first indication that Brooks is willing to lie. If you haven't noticed, the extreme shoulder pain Brooks complained about earlier has miraculously vanished just a few minutes into the interview. He was able to move his arm effortlessly as if the pain never existed, something that would later be used as evidence in court. And his tendency to lie will become even more obvious as the detectives continue to divert his attention.
When you left Stephanie's.
That bitch hella nasty. I ain't never tasted one like that, but I ain't eating that shit. Can't even bite that bitch. Yeah, I gotta wait for these, huh?
Like I said, it was older couple. was walking down the street. It was younger people walking down the street.
Motherfucker is good.
I don't know, but it kind of seemed like it was a lot, like it was something going on to where it was fighting.
How long was it between leaving Stephanie's and those cops yelling at you at the door of that guy's house?
Was it dark when they yelled at you? Yeah, by the time they came, it was dark. Okay. But we had been sitting out there. We had been sitting out there for a minute, me and the guy.
To find how long? Estimate?
20, 30 minutes maybe. We were sitting right there, just like this, just sitting on the porch. While I called me an Uber. I called the Uber. I said, look, man, I let him know. I said, look, I ain't trying to rob you or nothing like that. Because when I knocked on the door, he kind of was like, whoa. I'm like, look, I don't got no weapons. I'm not trying to break in your house. I'm not trying to rob you.
Daryl has clearly thought a lot about this alibi since he's managing to deliver a lot of very specific details. However, the officers already have mountains of evidence against Daryl and don't believe a word he's saying. As the interrogation continues, Daryl continues to lie until the cops have had enough.
Let me ask you this, Daryl. So you weren't out in Waukesha Saturday, just Sunday.
Yes, sir.
You're a part in the investigation. There's a lot of parts, right? Any investigation, there's
investigation.
People we talk. Well, this domestic abuse thing I'm telling you about, right?
Okay.
You talked about being a religious man.
I can do better.
God.
I can definitely do better.
We all could.
I'm not.
We all could.
No,
That's why.
Yesterday was a mistake. I should have just freaking watched the game and just fucking went home.
And that's the thing. What do they teach us in Christianity, Darrell? That they teach us that we're broken, right? We're sinners. You're a father. You got 3 children. 18.
I got 3 kids.
All right, you got a mama that raised you well, and a God you believe in.
Absolutely.
All right, and all of them are. Here's the thing they'll all want is to tell that you're telling the absolute whole truth and nothing but the truth, right?
Absolutely.
I just have concerns if I fact check that Darrell's not telling me the truth. You don't have a car, so Marcus had to bring you out. You don't own a car. Your mom doesn't own a car, right? So why did we find you with a car key in your pocket?
It wasn't in my pocket. I don't even know where it is. That was laying on the ground.
The car key in Daryl's pocket is a key part of this case, as it shows that Daryl does in fact drive, despite his statement to the officers. Knowing that he's quickly being backed into a corner, Daryl tries even harder to convince the officers of his innocence. But these officers had done their research, and were about to take a different...
This nigga think that the cops don't relay the message to the investigators and that they freeballing this shit.
...angle that would hopefully guilt him into confession.
It's yours. It's your car key. I'm trying to be as open and honest with you as I can be. And I'm not calling you a terrible man. I'm not saying you were out yesterday hunting, and just let me finish. But you did not walk to that house. You did not walk to that house. You did not come here in a Tankia. You got a key in your pocket to a car, your mom's name. For the love of God, Marcus. For yourself, for your family. You know what happened yesterday for the people.
You ain't even got your own car, dude.
What?
With the car.
What am I being?
With your mom's car. You're driving goofy, people call you in, you drove out of there in your mom's car, the red car, you're driving a little silly, probably because you're pissed. You met up with Erica in the car at the park. She got in, you talked, and what you're telling me seems pretty consistent, that there was nothing physical.
I didn't put my hands on her, nothing.
But you met her in the car.
Tim, what's going on, man?
Asking you a question.
Just be
You
you.
were out there kind of crazy. Some people said you were driving kind of crazy.
Daryl is heavily on the back.
Man, why is he acting like he don't know what happened, gang?
Out of this one. Eventually, the pressure from the detectives would cause him to cave and admit that he was driving at the time. Now choosing to change tactics and try to garner sympathy from the detectives, deflecting blame onto his girlfriend and an apparent alcohol problem.
Erica,
This nigga trying to flip the switch.
Alcohol's the problem.
Then you all type of jazz and I have somebody touch.
This bum ass nigga king. His ass a weirdo.
Nobody knows what's going on.
There's your children right there. Feels like kids. See that little kid right there? You gonna look at it?
Dumbass, goofy gang.
You're too hurt? Emotionally?
Don't get hurt, please don't.
Don't do that?
The most shocking part about this interview is this moment, when Daryl
Like,
discovered
what?
what had actually happened to the victims. Daryl didn't once ask about the victims or if anyone had lost their lives, very likely because he had no remorse to give and was concerned only for himself. At this point, the detectives have successfully achieved the main objectives of the interview, to get Daryl to admit he was driving the car and to see if he had any remorse. The interrogation
This nigga don't care, gang.
to corroborate the strong evidence they already had.
Talking about why am I watching? Like what, nigga? You watching it, nigga? You did it. Like you was behind the wheel, nigga. You have the first person.
Let him lie and portray himself as a selfish, evil man as much as possible.
This nigga's in court without no shirt, bro.
Daryl would continue to paint himself in that exact light as he decided to represent himself. This would result in one of the most ridiculous and infamous court cases ever on the internet, with Daryl screaming, shouting, and even threatening his way through the trial, constantly making legal mistake after legal mistake, ruining his chances of getting a low sentence.
Dumbass, man.
To start with, Detective Jay Carpenter
I would've gave his ass life.
has a lot of information to share about their little chat in the interrogation room.
You interviewed the defendant, Daryl Brooks, on November 21st.
We get the whole trial, gang. I ain't never seen this. I don't wanna watch the whole thing, you know. I ain't gonna lie.
Evidence.
My objection should be noted for the record.
You may be hearing that Daryl repeatedly keeps calling objections. His legal experience is clearly based entirely on movies and TV. But unfortunately,
I'm saying.
for an objection to be sustained by a judge, the objection needs to have a legitimate reason. Daryl is unable to object for a legitimate reason, and as such, almost all of his objections are overruled by the judge, meaning the prosecution is able to continue.
I believe that these photographs are designed to...
Like, why is this even the case, bro? Lock this nigga up, bro.
This is
Again, we just seen a video of you fucking hitting people. Like, why is this even a question? You just killed at least 7 people, gay. Like, what is the trial? What is the talk about, bro? We all seen the... Bro, why did I just skip to this shit, gay? I ain't gonna lie, this the thumbnail, bro. Bro, this thumbnail. Hold on.
Was when the judge had to stop all court, but she felt genuinely
She talking about she felt scared of him. Why he ain't even in cuffs, gay? Like, I want the court in cuffs. Fuck.
That's not how it was said.
That was how it said.
You understand your witness has a prior record.
Your Honor, when I leave the table, I'm away from the courtroom and I have to elevate my voice.
So she
Has a record of ableist.
Stop talking.
Oh man, like I don't know who y'all be thinking y'all fooling. I accept the value in return for value. This document.
One more interruption and you're going to be removed to the next courtroom.
That's what you want to do anyway. So can
Your Honor, I
can
believe
you
he has 7 prior criminal convictions, an OWI 4th from 2003, criminal trespass as well.
Faith, yeah.
Right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist, frankly.
The judge put up with an awful lot in this trial and gave Daryl a huge amount of leeway in order to keep everything as fair as possible. But even with all that in mind, he still managed to completely botch his legal defense, even when he...
This nigga is his own lawyer, gay. Like, what the fuck?
Take this for example.
Why did? But I have never seen a judge this calm, gang.
Argued he wasn't being given a fair trial because he wasn't allowed to confront the state of Wisconsin itself.
Not if I'm not allowed to face my accuser, Your Honor. My accuser in this matter would be the state of Wisconsin, with all due respect.
So the Sixth Amendment rights in that regard have been complied with.
I'm requesting a written judicial finding of fact and conclusion of law on this issue. For the grounds that I just stated, I'm not being awarded the chance to face my accuser, which I should be awarded that.
By technicality, Daryl is correct. The Sixth Amendment does grant him the right to confront the person or persons accusing him of the crime, in this case, that being the state of Wisconsin. But what he's asking is a physical impossibility. The state of Wisconsin is not a person nor a witness. In this case, he is
Right, like, what is he talking about?
of the crime that's involved involved in the trial, so his rights are all being met. He's simply grasping at straws by seemingly trying to challenge the U.S. judicial system as a whole. And Daryl's misunderstanding of the legal system was made even more clear when it came to his closing arguments. If he had chosen a lawyer,
That's a dummy,
he
yeah.
could have gotten away with slightly less charges or a lighter sentence, but instead,
This nigga tried to be his own lawyer, bro.
Good afternoon. It's been a long day.
In the Win with Zen sweepstakes, you can get a chance to win $100,000. But there's more than one way to.
Bro, this nigga talking about good afternoon. It been a long day. This nigga sound like, but he sound like he just got out of lunch class and finna go back to fourth hour and fucking do a presentation, gang.
Bro, it's been a long day. First of all, I'd just like to start by
this is crazy.
That it's a lot of
like, this is really crazy. Like, this is America, gang. Like, they will let niggas like this talk and have a chance to even get out of jail. Like,
information that you guys.
This nigga literally just. We just seen him.
Have the power.
We need a new president, bro. We need some new rights. We need some new. Not even, bro. We just need some new, like. If life would have started or whatever, like, or if the amendments and shit and post, like, if bro, I don't know, bro, like, it's the presidents. If all that shit, like, if we would have had straight niggas as our presidents, bro, and like, if it was the other way around, bro, and it was no white presidents, nigga, and it was only like one white president, because it was probably only what, Barack Obama. So if it was one white president ever, gang, the world would be different, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the world would be I feel like a calmer place, like, on bro, gang, because like, think about it, bro. We go through hell, bro. That's why it's a lot of chaos in the hoods, bro. That's where the most black people be, gang. So like, if it's black rules and black leaders, gang, we like, bro, come on, bro, like, bro, man, I don't know how I just started talking about. I don't know how I just started talking about this in this video, but like, bro, why? Oh, I say, why this nigga even got it? I don't know, bro. We need like different presidents or some shit to like, cause like, niggas should not even get the chance to like, bro, do some weird shit and like, niggas a fucking judge or try to back the weird shit up. Like, bruh, why is you even like, why is a judge able to, or not a judge, a lawyer, why is a lawyer even able to like protect or try to help a nigga that did some crazy weird shit, gang? Like, them niggas should automatically be shit life, bro, gang. Like,
it's illegal to whisper in someone's ear while they're moose hunting. If a case like this found its way to trial, the jury could nullify that.
It's illegal to whisper in someone's ear while moose hunting. Like, you see this shit, bro? Like, what kind of fucking law is this? Like, where's the real shit at, bro? Like, who the fuck made up this fucking Genie's World Record ass law? That shit ass.
Daryl Brooks made his closing statement for 50 minutes without saying very much.
With every healing process, there comes a forgiveness.
Anyone who was present at the parade, he was guilty on all 76 counts. Daryl was
nigga got 76 counts.
Before the judge spoke to him directly first.
Frankly, Mr. Brooks, no one is safe from you. This community can only be safe if you are behind bars for the rest of your life. The community is not
got his ass
safe
up out of there.
and criminal conduct unless you are in custody. You left a path of destruction, chaos, death.
Why is they writing it? Like, why is you looking at something you wrote down? This fucking chat GBT ass fucking paragraph. Like, bruh, what's really going on in the world? Like, you can't look at the nigga and just think of the shit and say it. Like, you had to write the shit down, take a day to look at it. Really, like,
drove 7 or so blocks through the Christmas parade, never once stopping or seemingly caring about the wake of carnage. Anna Owens.
There's no way she's really. Damn. Hold on. She giving this nigga a life for everybody that killed, everybody that dropped.
Seemingly caring about the wake of carnage that you left. 4 of those blocks were turned into a scene that frankly is no different than a war zone. This court is
Okay, I'm finna play Warzone. Bro, I'm finna hop on Warzone.
Eligibility for extended supervision. 1 life sentence for Virginia Sorensen. 1 life sentence for Leanna Owen. 1 life sentence for Tamara Durand. 1 life sentence for Jane Cooley. 1 life sentence for Bill Huspel. 1 life sentence for Jackson Sparks.
Get that nigga up out of here, man. Come on, man.
Sparks was sentenced to
Get that nigga up out of here, man.
in prison.
He go.